Hi everyone, I'm back again with another Synastry chart, this time between Prince Charles and Camilla by request. So if you're interested in hearing about more upcoming Synastry charts, hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop. Now, in their compatibility chart, her Sirius asteroid conjuncts his moon and his north node, 2 degrees. This is really nice. Whatever conjuncts your moon from the other person, you will receive those energies, and it will affect you strongly because the moon is a very important luminary in a compatibility chart. So Sirius conjuncting his moon, excellent. Sirius has to do with unconditional love. It's all that asteroid is also conjuncting his north node, 2 degrees. Whatever touches your north node from the other person, this will be the theme of the relationship for you in the long run, and it better be good. So Sirius conjuncting his north node, that's excellent. Her ascendant conjuncts his ascendant, and her vertex conjuncts his vertex, 0 degrees. You can't get tighter than that. I don't see this very often. When you have your ascendant conjuncting the other person's ascendant, that means that the descendant will also conjunct his descendant as well, and also the other angles, the midheaven and the IC. But now we have the vertex conjuncting the vertex, which is a very important part of a compatibility chart. So this is like a fated bond. It was meant to be, and it's almost like they mirror each other. Now, I'm not saying they're exactly alike, but again, this is fate, and it's a really strong bond. Her Sappho conjuncts his IC, 3 degrees. Sappho has to do with highbrow eroticism, and it's conjuncting the angle of IC, very important, which opposes the midheaven. So this happens behind the scenes. Whatever asteroid or the energies of a planet that conjuncture I see from the other person, not many people will see this come into play because it usually, the IC is on the cusp of the 4th house, which rules the home and the family. So again, the energies will be hidden and not really accessible or shown to other people. So Sappho, highbrow eroticism. I don't really want to know what goes on behind the scenes with these two in the bedroom, but I'm gonna move forward. Her Semper conjuncts his Venus and his Neptune, 1 degree. And Semper has to do with devotion and loyalty. And Venus is a love planet, and this is at 1 degree, so that's really tight. So she is devoted to him. Now her Grim asteroid and Hypnos conjuncts his ascendant, 1 degree. Whatever touches your ascendant from the other person, you will receive those energies. So Hypnos has to do with he's hypnotized by her. He finds her enthralling, and it's a magical sort of quality. And also her Grim conjuncting his ascendant, that has to do with fairy tales. So there's this fairy tale-like energy and hypnotic effect. Obviously, that's the case because they're in royalty, and not many people get to live this sort of lifestyle, but it's here right in the chart. Now her Spencer and Mars conjuncts his Isolde, 2 degrees. Spencer is a PNA, personal name asteroid, and it's the last name of Lady Diana Spencer. So Camilla's Spencer and Mars is conjuncting his Isolde, 2 degrees. Isolde is an asteroid that has to do with a love triangle. So it's right here written in the chart. Mars brings extra fire and power to this Spencer asteroid. So again, it's conjuncting his love triangle asteroid. Also, her Tristan trines his Isolde, 2 degrees. I've talked about Tristan and Isolde before in another video. In Greek mythology, Tristan and Isolde are indicative of a love triangle. So if you want to research that or get a brief story about it, you can find it on Google. So Tristan trining Isolde. And 2 degrees, that's a tight orb. Her point of fortune and Diana, another PNA, and Mercury conjuncts his pan, 0 degrees, in the 12th house. The point of fortune is like a circle. It is a circle with a cross in the middle, and it magnifies whatever it touches in a compatibility chart. Now, it's conjuncting her Diana and Mercury, and Mercury has to do with communication. And so it's conjuncting his pan, and that has to do with drinking and partying. And this is at 0 degrees, the tightest orb that you can get. So to me, this signifies that there was a lot of communication between her and Charles, obviously over Diana, and it could get pretty heated because in the previous aspect, there was Mars involved with Spencer, and now we have Diana and Mercury together. So this heated conversation probably drove him to drink. I don't know if he drinks or not, but that's what the chart is telling me. And Pan, the asteroid associated with that, is in the 12th house. And the 12th house has to do with things that are hidden. Secrets can be present here as well, because the 12th house is the last house in the zodiac. Now, his Bacchus conjuncts her Lilith, 0 degrees. Lilith has to do with raw sexuality, and Bacchus has to do with an excess or an overindulgence. And this is at 0 degrees, which is really tight. But again, I don't want to try to visualize what goes on in their intimate relationship or in the bedroom. But so anyway, also her Salicea conjuncts his vertex, and Salicea has to do with, again, salacious behavior and sexy energies. I'm going to move forward. Now, his Mars, Lie, and Zeus conjuncts her Swindle and Vertex, 0 degrees. That's the tightest orb that you can get. Now, I've talked about the vertex before. It's another really important point in a compatibility chart, and it's like a second descendant. So whatever touches your vertex from the other person, you will receive these energies as well. So we have Lie, that's self-explanatory. Zeus, that has to do with cheating. And Mars has, there's fire and power to this. Now, to me, this signifies also that there was cheating and he lied about it, but you have to look at the rest of the chart. And there's Tristan and Isolde and the PNAs Spencer and Diana. So obviously there was cheating. I mean, he was married to her and he was involved with Camilla. Now, it's conjuncting her Swindle asteroid as well. And Swindle has to do with fraudulent behavior and also cheating. So, well, did she cheat? Well, when they were together, I'm sure she wasn't a virgin. So again, there is love triangles going on here. So now I'm going to get to some energies of the planetary aspects. Now his moon squares her ascendant 4 degrees. The moon, it's an emotional planet. It has to do with your emotions. It has to do with, women, and it signifies mother as well. But in this case, moon squaring her ascendant at 4 degrees, this has to do with emotional outbursts because it's a square. And the ascendant person, which is her, will feel like she's walking on eggshells. Now, I've said in his another video between him and Harry, he has a huge temper. In his natal chart, his Jupiter, which is the largest planet in the solar system, and it magnifies whatever it touches. So in his natal chart, it's conjuncting 2 asteroids, Astarte and Ishtar. And those asteroids have to do with blow-ups and arguments. And I think that degree was 0 degrees. So that's the tightest orb. So I can't imagine, what goes on when he gets really mad. But he does have a huge temper. Now, his sun trines her sun 1 degree. and that's really tight as well. And this is a wonderful aspect. I'm really a big fan of the luminaries, and the sun is one of them, besides the moon. So this indicates harmony and happiness. Now, they don't have any positive moon-moon aspects between the two of them in their chart. And to me, if you don't have positive moon-moon aspects, it can it may not result in long-term happiness unless you have a lot of strong backups. And in their case, they do. His Mercury trines her moon 3 degrees, and this is excellent because this is indications of a really good communication between two people, and they understand each other. So they don't have all the positive moon aspects, but this is second best. Now, his Neptune squares her Venus 3 degrees. When you have Neptune squaring Venus, this usually indicates, I've seen, that there is deception involved, and that comes from mostly the Neptune person, and that would be him. So in their relationship, there definitely was deception. Obviously, it could have happened concerning the marriage between him and Diana, and also with Camilla, and other things as well. I don't know what those would be, but like I said, Neptune squaring Venus indicates deception. And I've seen this played out with other people, and also in my personal compatibility charts with others as well. Now, his Venus trines her Mars 5 degrees, and that's really an excellent aspect as well, because Venus trines Mars has to do with a strong sexual attraction, and it's a magnetic quality. And I've talked about the asteroid aspects previously regarding this. So that's all I have today. And like I said before, if you're interested in hearing about more compatibility charts, hit the subscribe button, and I will be back soon. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.